this is the Foreo Luna Mini 2. And this is such like a genius product. It kind of takes all the guesswork out of your skincare routine, which is super, super nice. Yes. So how do I even describe? I mean, I'm sure you probably heard of Foreo. I feel like the brand has definitely been around for a while and it's super well known. I mean, all around the world, like Australia, Europe. I mean, I've heard it many different places. So I think they have like an international market. But um, basically, what this does is it is a vibrating sort of facial massager, I guess I'll say. And you can either use it with like a cleanser, or you could even try using it with skincare. I sometimes will do that if I really want to like make my skincare really sink into my pores. Sometimes I'll use this side for that. And the cool thing about it is it has two different sides, and then it also has two different settings. So altogether, you can do like a bunch of different combos depending on what you need, what your skin needs. I've been trying to get better about listening to my skin. I feel like I always used to just do the same skincare routine every single day, day in and day out, because I thought that like consistency is key, which I think is true in a lot of ways. Um, but at the same time, I feel like now I've gotten to a point where I kind of listen to what my skin is telling me. That sounds crazy. That sounds like I'm like talking to myself, but it really works. So, for example, my skin today, she was feeling stressed. She was feeling a little stressed. And I knew that I wanted something maybe a little exfoliating, but a mask that wasn't like too heavy or too harsh because my skin has been more sensitive recently. So that's why I chose this mask that I have on. So that's just an example of how you can sort of cater your skincare to what your skin needs. But back to this. So it has two sides. This side is, I think, like the classic side. This is the side I would use for just washing my face, with just like your cleanser. And what it does is it really helps the product really get into your pores. So probably a lot of you double cleanse. I feel like that is the trend because it makes so much sense. I double cleanse most of the time. So I'll cleanse once to get all the makeup off my face. And then I'll cleanse again to really deep clean into the pores. And this is genius for that. So instead of like sitting there, you're probably already exhausted. You've had a stressful week. It's been a long day at work. You just want to go to bed. Instead of sitting there rubbing your face for what feels like literally hours, you can just use this. It does it in like half the time. You don't even have to think about it. And it's amazing. So if I turn it on, you can probably hear this, right? But it does vibrate a little bit. And then there are two buttons, like one on either side here. And this one will take it up a notch. So then it will accelerate the vibration a little bit. And then there's also like a little minus button that helps you bring the vibrations back down to like a normal level. And then if you want to turn it off, all you have to do is press that. So it's basically like electric toothbrush, but for your face. And it does have a little charger, so you can just charge it in the back right there, which is so handy dandy and very cute. And comes in so many cute colors too. Um, at first, it's like, do I need to invest in a skincare tool? Is that something that's really worth it? But I think in terms of convenience, ease of use, especially when you're stressed out, exhausted, cannot commit to your skincare routine, which this week unfortunately has been me, um, this is a lifesaver and really saves you a lot of time. This side, the second side, has like thicker sort of like bristles. So this side has those like thinner bristles with a few at the top. And then here is the other side. And this side, I would say, is maybe not for like a cleanser. I would probably use this. I've used it with like some skincare products. So if I'm using like a serum or even a moisturizer that I really want to sink into the skin, I've even used this side for that. So you can kind of use it for whatever purposes you need it for. But I would say this side is your side for like cleanser, you know, your actual skincare part of things. And again, it's just like so handy, so cute. You can like toss this in a weekend bag if you need to go somewhere. Super easy to toss in like your luggage if you're traveling. So the size is also super handy. I know that this is the Luna Mini. There is also the regular Luna. It's not too much bigger. I have a couple of friends who have that one, and I think that's also super great. I think whichever one you want to go for is perfect. But I think that this one, especially for traveling, convenience, I think I like this size better for what I was looking for. So right now it is on sale. I know everything's on sale. And I would really recommend trying it out if you are looking for some kind of face brush tool. I know that there's so many on the market, so it's like very hard to make that decision of like which one to get. Some of them feel like they're probably similar. I mean, I know that like Clinique has some. I know that like Michael Todd even has like a brush of some kind now. But what I like about this is that it's silicone. So I found that a lot of other face brushes that I was seeing on the market recently, they have like bristles, almost like a toothbrush, but sort of like larger and on your face. I think even, does the Clarisonic also have that? But there are quite a few that have those bristles. And I find that sometimes that's difficult to clean. And if you do get a skincare tool like this, you do need to make sure that you take a little time to clean it pretty regularly, just because you obviously don't want to get any sort of like bacteria or anything in these bristles and then be putting that back onto your face. So I think that is really the only danger. But the great thing about it is when you're washing your face, you can even, after you're done using it, you can even just use your cleanser to give it a little scrub. So you can kind of do it all at once. So it shouldn't take like extra time, because I feel like, for example, when you're cleaning like makeup brushes, you have to like go through a whole process, right, to do that. So this is sort of like one and done, which is super nice. And sometimes I'll even just like pop this in my shower if I'm doing like a shower after the gym. I'll use it for that, especially to get like sweat, everything like that out of my pores. And then it kind of just cleans itself off, rinses itself off in the shower. So that's also something super, super useful. But I love this. And I'm so, so happy that I rediscovered Foreo, because I remember I was like obsessed with all of their skincare tools like a couple years back. And I had this whole phase where I had like multiple, which was like overkill. Exactly. The diamonds, which was like overkill. Did not need that many. But I sort of had like a Foreo collection going on, and now I've dialed it back. Okay. Like I got myself together and I only have one. So it's just so cute, so convenient, so useful. And it also lasts a really long time on one charge. So that is something great. I think we have to charge everything now. It's like USB this, like our headphones, our toothbrushes, which can be a lot for me at least. So I like the fact that this also goes for a pretty long time on one charge. So you shouldn't be having to like plug it in, plug it in, plug it in all the time. So that is kind of my little set of stress relieving skincare. I've been using all of these this week because I'm literally, I can't. It's just one of those weeks where I can't. And every night I'm like so exhausted. I'm like, can I do my skincare routine tonight? Are we going to make it through? And with these, I have, which is very impressive. Even on those nights when I feel like I really just want to fall into bed and pass out, I've been able to do this, which is very, very great. And also, none of these should take too long to like integrate into your routine. So this, you can just use this with your moisturizer. Super easy, super simple to sort of get that into your routine. This can be your moisturizer. So it should be something that you're probably already using some of. And this is maybe just something a little more luxurious, a little more, you know, self-care based, especially for those weeks when you and your skin have had it. And then this, I think just makes your life easier in terms of your skincare routine, how you're applying everything, and making sure that even when you are kind of exhausted or kind of stressed out, you're not slacking, right? This holds me accountable. So that is sort of my holy grail products for right now. And, other than that, stress relieving, do a face mask, try and get in a little time for a little yoga, a little deep breathing, take a moment, have some tea, light a candle. All of those things seem very small, I think, at first, but in combination, they can really help relieve your stress and therefore your skin stress. And it really does make a difference if you just take those little moments wherever you can, whether that's like adding on a couple of minutes to your morning skincare routine, taking a couple extra minutes at night to do a face mask when you have the time. It all really adds up. So that's my wisdom. That's my skincare wisdom for tonight. But with that, again, exhausting week. I'm going to go to bed and I am going to wash off this face mask, de-stress, and maybe I'll put some cold spoons under my eyes. Who knows? But I will see you all back next Wednesday, same time, same place. We're going to continue our sort of skincare convos, wellness, health and wellness, and I will see you then. I hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I hope you all take a moment for some de-stressing, for some relaxation this evening or this week. Bye, everyone. See you next Wednesday.